OPS, the simplest advanced stat. Honestly, even calling it an advanced stat is generous. It's like whistling, the kind of thing no one has ever really explained well enough to you for you to really figure out. And then one day you're 20, working course maintenance at a country club. You just keep trying at it, and finally it all makes sense, and you wonder how you ever didn't get it. Just me? I'll restart, sorry. OPS is simple. Stands for on base plus slugging. On base percentage plus slugging percentage. Cool. But there's a lot of intricacies that play into it that are often not explained by people that know baseball. They seem obvious, so they don't care to explain. As a dork who loves to hear myself talk, I do care to explain, even if on-base percentage is self-explanatory. It's the percentage of a player's plate appearances that results in them earning their way on base. Simple. Kind of. Two things. A plate appearance and an at-bat are not the same thing. Plate appearances represent every time a batter appears at the plate, like every time they step up and then they get out or get on base. I promise it doesn't get deeper than that. An at-bat is a subset of plate appearances. They exclude walks, hit by pitches, and sacrifices, and even other weird things like fielder's interference. If you've ever seen someone hit a sac fly and heard someone say, "Oh, it doesn't hurt their average," that's why. Batting average is based on at-bats. On-base percentage, on the other hand, uses plate appearances. It's all-encompassing, but another thing I want to touch on is the word earned. Reaching base safely because of an error does not improve on-base percentage or batting average. In fact, it actually works against it in the same way an out would. Could you argue that a walk or a hit by pitch are essentially errors on the pitcher's behalf and those should count the same? Sure, but you weren't there when they made the stat, so it doesn't matter. Maybe you should speak up. Maybe you need to trust yourself more. You know, people around here really do respect your opinion. We've gone deep in the woods on this one, so it's important now to remind you that this is just half of the original equation. Suddenly, the simplest advanced stat is more advanced than simple. There's just so much underlying context to baseball stats that are glossed over, and it creates a very high barrier to entry. Slugging is no different. Okay, it's a little different because I've explained some of it to you already, but you get the gist. Slugging relies on a stat called total bases. If you hit a single, you get 1 total base. You hit a double, 2. A triple, you ask? 3 whole total bases into your box score. And for a home run, I'd tell you, but, I'd have to kill you. Stealing a base does not count for a total base, nor do drawing walks. It only counts if you hit the ball. And let's say, with this example, where Nolan Arenado hits a single but advances to second on an error, Arenado is only awarded the total bases for the 1 base he reached due to the hit, or if you want to say, the 1 base that he earned with the hit. Finally, we have both sides. Now the easy part. Add them together. Go for it. Now go ahead, I'll let you do it. See, like I said, simple. The average OPS typically sits in the low 700s, and each 100 points up typically represents the next caliber of hitter, with hitters 1,000 or above representing an MVP caliber season. But again, all relative. For those curious but not curious enough to do the math, the max OPS would be 5,000. There you go. We now have a solid assessment of both how frequently a player gets on base and how far they typically go. But there are problems. For one, the stat gives equal weight to OBP and slugging, and while you could argue the merits of each, they aren't measuring the same thing, so adding them is somewhat arbitrary. If you go 1 for 4 with a double, your OBP would be 250 while your slugging would be 500. Mushing 2 complementary stats together doesn't magically make a perfect, all-encompassing stat. It's like when you were a kid and you put 2 DVDs in the DVD player at the same time and you thought it would magically make a new crossover movie featuring Lightning McQueen interacting with Rainbow Dash, and then you and your sister could just always agree on what movie to watch because your favorite characters would be in it no matter what. Just me. OPS is an example of a flawed process churning out a decent result anyway. It's a solid stat to evaluate a hitter, but it's not the be-all, end-all. At a glance, it's quick, efficient, and of course, simple.